Judge, I'd to approach you on this other case. It's Miss Loyola. Judge, she has an AFM in our court, but she has felony.
So she's on bond for an assault of a family member,
Yes.
on bond for a felony assault of a peace officer, and now you pick up a new case.
And what happened was she went to felony.
Hold on. I don't even think we've done probable cause yet. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You now stand charged with possession of marijuana. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or $2,000.
Yeah. On March 19th, 2025, a law enforcement officer observed a white Chevrolet Silverado ahead of him on the block 600 block of Revoked Parkway and ran the license plate through the NCIC and TCS. Registration was shown expired as June 2024. A traffic stop was initiated and the law enforcement officer made contact with the defendant. The law enforcement officer observed a strong odor of marijuana. The defendant claimed at first she didn't have anything in her vehicle, then confessed she had marijuana and several pipes. The defendant was detained. A probable cause search of her vehicle was done, and the law enforcement officer located multiple marijuana pipes. Law enforcement officer located a small bag of illegal substance in a black bag in the back seat. It was identified as marijuana in the bag was within arm's reach of the total weight of marijuana was 0.09 ounces.
She has the life.
Yes, Your Honor. There should be
Eligible?
ineligible.
Ineligible. You are not allowed to drive. You will now be signing an affidavit with me today, promising that you're not going to drive. I don't give a rat's behind which excuses that if I find you drive, I cannot contempt hearing. You can be facing an additional 6 months in jail and or a $500 fine every time you drive. You are on bond for 2 cases. Your first bond violation was filed in February for you not showing up for testing and not picking up a new case. I now revoke your bond on the assault case.
Judge, if I may.
Please.
She went to felony court, and she was also revoked there. She just spent probably 4 or 5 days there. Is that right? And she's out here, so.
The date I moved was, I was in jail for a traffic ticket. And I did call.
I don't know if you heard that, Judge, but the day that she missed court here the first time.
No, we never missed the
You missed it, that's right. She actually texted me, and she got taken into custody because of a traffic ticket. I have all that. So she was actually on her way to the testing and got picked over, and therefore she couldn't continue to make it. So she's already been punished for bond revocation on the felony court, which she spent 5 days in jail last week. When did you get out on that?
Saturday.
Saturday. And so you take her in. I know you have a right to, Judge. It seems to me like it's kind of like a double whammy for her, especially for the fact that for that first BVR, she did honestly try to make an attempt to get there. I have the phone records for that.
When someone tells me something and they repeatedly fail to recognize conditions that we set forth, for me, it goes in one ear and it goes out the other ear. You telling me something? When you get out the doors, you still do whatever the hell you want to do without regard to bond conditions in this court. I'm now revoking your bond. Well, hold on. I need to sign this affidavit so she's not going to drive. And then she goes with you. I'm sorry, but it's just one thing after the other.
Do you want to go ahead and issue a new bond, or can I revisit you in about an hour to figure out what we want to do, Judge? You want to do it that way? Sit down, we got a play? She did. Oh, we have to wait.
Hold on a second. You really want to do a probation with Mr. Croft?
That's what he said, Judge.
You couldn't even stay out of trouble while you're on bond. Why do you actually think you can make a probation? Yeah, I've heard that before. How many times have I heard that before? How many bond violations have we had, Mr. Proctor? You know, you can lie to me, but you can't lie to yourself. You know, if you think you repeatedly failed
Buckle up, guys. Today we open with Miss Loyola's chaotic bond moment. The judge reads a marijuana charge after an officer stopped a white Silverado for expired registration, smelled marijuana, and found pipes and a small bag in reach. The court notes prior bond issues, warns of contempt and extra penalties, and ultimately revokes bond. As an observer, you see accountability trump excuses. Public safety wins.
To your court. You repeatedly fail to comply with bond conditions. How on earth do you think that you're going to be able to make probation where you have to do classes, to remain clean, you have to report once a month? You can't even report to court once a month. How are you going to do this for 12 months? History says otherwise. Do we do a TRS? Before I do anything, I don't know how to go forward with him. And I think that probably the best way to see is to have Mr. Proctor evaluated to see what conditions and what is the appropriate way to go forward, because I have no idea what's going on in your life. I have no idea what you have. And you don't want to see you fail, Mr. Proctor. We want you to leave better than you came. But just doing this right here, it's just throwing you out there to the wolves. I mean, if you really think that this is the appropriate way, you can even, while you're on bond, for a couple months, stay out. Before, I would like to have him evaluated. So what we do is we have clinicians available that can interview you, talk to you about you, what's going on with your life, what has been happening with you, how everything has transpired and how we've gotten here to this point, and to see what's the best way that we go forward. Do we need a treatment plan? Do we need inpatient treatment? Is it sufficient to do out? I don't know. But I'm not ready to do this. I think that we need to have your TRAS to see how we go forward. Let's see what they say, and then at that point, you want to report regardless, right?
Oh, no, sir, no, sir. We will respectfully honor the
So let's
request by the court.
It doesn't have to take long. I can expedite it so we can have everything done within the next couple of days. We're not talking weeks. We're not talking, so we can have everything done quick. Because I don't want you to just sit there and languish. But I need to know how to go forward. And this, I don't think that this is the appropriate way. If they say after we have you evaluated, if they say and they give the blessing, then I'm all for it. I want to do what they advise because they know best. Every time I have someone TRAS and I deviate from it, we pay dearly. So that's why I trust them to give us the best advice as how to move forward. All right? Give me a couple days. Let me get the TRAS done. We can come back and then we'll go forward. Okay?
Good job.
Yeah, because I want to know what are the appropriate conditions that we put. Because this right now, this is the type of probation that we usually do when people have, no violations or, they've been, here with multiple, 4 violations for one thing or the other. So that's. Thanks.
Thank you.
I'm approaching on Mr. Portillo Sanchez.
Judge, I was presumptively positive for alcohol, fentanyl, and cocaine use.
Your Honor, he wants to take a plea for 180 days today, when she's got 22 days credit, so.
I don't know. I think the last time we said a year, right?
We set it for trial, I think, on the 22nd, and he wants to plead to 180. Now, okay. Will you accept, is there anything the court would accept? Yeah.
I'm over. Oh. And I don't know if that's what it is that's causing everything in all these cases. But I have a sneaky suspicion that it could be due to all that. You now tested positive for cocaine, fentanyl, what else?
alcohol judge.
Alcohol. You are on bond for 5 different violent cases. Goes with you. I'm sorry, Mr. Portillo. What I would like to do, because obviously now we now know that there may be a more substantive issue that may be causing all this. So,
All right, guys. Defense tries to explain Loyola's absence, claiming she was jailed on a traffic ticket while en route to testing and had just spent days in felony custody. Counsel produces phone records and asks the court to avoid double punishment. The judge listens but stays skeptical, stressing repeated noncompliance. From a third-person view, mitigation is offered, yet history and pattern carry decisive weight.